to go through last week's up and down to come to this. Yeah, I'm feeling like y'all feeling. So we're going to have to talk about it in today's episode of Rise Up Radio, man. I'm angry, but I'm saddened. We're going to talk about it. Y'all know why, though. Let's talk about it. Let's get to the show. Welcome, Falcon fans, to another edition of Rise Up Radio. I'm your boy, Anyae. Let's talk about this L we took to the Indianapolis Colts. We took a harsh L, 27-24 in Indianapolis. Let's for the many things we're going to talk about, let's start it off. Let's give our shouts out to Keanu O'Neal for the injury that he took. A heartbreaking Achilles injury. Yeah, I know y'all was feeling like I was feeling when y'all saw him rolling over on the ground in emotions because he knew his season was over. That's another season that's going to be a wrap for him. Last year was the ACL. This year is the Achilles, man. Get well soon. Get well soon. That's one of those issues to where, let's go back to last year against the Philadelphia Eagles, where he took that injury in week 1 of the season. Why did he take that injury? I remember that drive vividly. That was another one of those drives where it took too long for us to get off that field, and he ended up getting injured at the end of the drive, and he ended up scoring. The same thing happened in this game. Oh my God, you talking about a slow first half start. That seems like that's been a reoccurring theme all this season long. We don't get that gas going until halftime. That's crazy. Let's talk about some of the negatives in this game. Matt Ryan. A lot of fans hate when I pick on Matt, but I got to call it for what it is. I got to hold him accountable. That interception in the red zone was a gut blow to that drive, which we at least could have got 3. But by the most, we could have got 7 the way we was driving down there. And also, if you can remember, there was a play another time when we got near the red zone where Julio started breaking for the end zone, and as the replay showed us, he was wide open. But Matt Ryan failed to look that way. He looked to the left and overshot the receiver, and the ball went out of bounds. That was another key opportunity that we missed out on. The penalties. Oh my God, let's look at the penalty numbers. We had 16 penalties for 128 yards. Ridiculous. That's a lack of discipline. Fellas, we got to get it together. If y'all can remember back in the old Mike Smith days, yeah, that was my guy. He was disciplined with those penalties, but we had other issues. We got to get these penalties together, fellas. Dan Quinn, his coaching job was his performance in that game was very suspect in that game. It seems like, just like week 1, he was out there with his head spinning and the Colts were 10 steps ahead of him. I get it. Our defense is bend, don't break, but we was bending, and breaking at the end of every drive in the first half. You can't put your team in a hole like that and expect them to win games. Granted, the offensive side of the ball has to take some type of blame for that too, because we only put up 3 points in the first half. Desmond Trufant, another guy I got to call out. Had a couple misreads. There was a touchdown we gave up in the first half where it looked like guys was confused. He was in the zone. He picked up the wrong man and left the receiver wide open on the sideline on the deep route. That is a mistake that a veteran just cannot make, and a gripe that I personally have with Trufant. Even though we got to praise him for what he did in week 2, we got to call out our guys when they're not playing up to par. If you're that number 1 corner, if you're that gritty guy, you got that attitude out there, you are one of our highest paid defenders, I want to see you shadowing their best player. Meaning, in the first half, where T.Y. was moving all over the field from the left to the right and into the slot position, I want to see our number 1 corner shadowing him I know some guys say that Quinn is rare that he does that within his defense, but if you go back to the film, there were times in Seattle where Richard Sherman did shadow top receivers all over the field to help out his team. There was one play in the red zone on the 5-yard line where you got Oliver over there on T.Y. Hilton. Why do we have a second-year guy with the confidence and abilities to follow a guy around, but Trufant gets to sit comfortably on that side? T.Y. makes a quick out, gets a touchdown pass. Trufant is standing 4 yards behind him in the end zone. You got to step up. You got to take on that assignment, Desmond Trufant. We cannot give you a pass. Debo, my boy Debo, you were non-existent in this game. I don't remember. Maybe y'all could jog my memory, but I don't remember any impact plays from our star defensive player. We got to get more impact. It's like him and Campbell was non-existent in this game. That cannot happen, especially when we're struggling defensively. Now, we're not going to just hone on just all the negatives. There were a couple of positives in this game, and we're going to talk about it. Austin Hooper, 2 big touchdowns in that second half surge. Let's talk about that second half surge. When I don't know what Dan Quinn told those boys in the locker room, but they came out with a different type of attitude, a different chip on their shoulder, a different grit. But the problem becomes, can we instill that in the beginning of the game and also the middle of the game? It's 4 quarters of football, not just 2. Also, I'm going to say it. Y'all might not agree, but my boy Devontae Freeman, it looks like he's starting to get his legs up under him. The offensive line were creating more lanes for him. He racked up 88 yards off of 16 touches. I personally felt like he should have got more touches. Hey, you get your guy going. Hey, keep feeding him, keep pounding, keep giving him that ball, keep giving him that ball. Especially when Ito went out, I wanted to see more of Freeman. Let's also give props to Julio Jones. Julio Jones had a big game and came up with a big touchdown over 2 defenders in the back of the end zone. Yeah, check that out. Yeah, oh my God. Oh man, that was beautiful. But let me be honest. I got to be honest. That's your big pay receiver right there. I feel like Julio needs to be getting the ball much more. And if not pass plays, because we know he is double and triple teamed out there, we need to find more creative ways to get him the ball, whether it's through screen plays like in the Philadelphia game, whether it's through reverses, whatever, jet sweeps, whatever. But we got to get the ball into our impact players' hands and allow them to make plays. Problems that I see. I told you guys, I told a bunch of my friends this week in the Marco Polo chat. We have our weekly Marco Polo chat. If any of y'all want to get involved with that, let me know. Shoot me a message in the comment box, and we'll link you to our daily Marco Polo Rise Up radio feed, where we're talking Falcon talk each and every day. I mean, each and every hour of the day, we talking about it because we loyal Falcon fans, and that's what we do. Now, let's get back to things I'm not too excited about. Things that are problematic. We got too excited off of that Philadelphia win. Let's be honest. Their 2 top receivers went down. So I said to myself, how with their 2 top receivers going down and we're at home, how do we still allow them to be in this game? I gotta be a little bit worrisome of our pass defense. And it reared its ugly head in this game because Brissett looked real comfortable back there, and he was dinking and dunking all the way to the end zone in that first half. We're a team that is built to score points. Our money is invested in that offense. We're supposed to be an offensive juggernaut. I hear a lot of fans online blaming the defense for this loss, but you have to blame the offense, specifically Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, the 2 highest paid players on the team, the 2 veteran leaders. They're meant to carry us for 4 quarters. We weren't built to be a defensive juggernaut. We're built to be an offensive juggernaut. So you got to put points on the board. And again, 3 points in the first half is unacceptable. Also, the return game each and every week for like the last 3 or 4 seasons, the return game has given us nothing. That is so huge in these close games. I thought that with the change of bringing Kenyon Burner in, we were gonna see some type of change. We were gonna start getting some type of field position, but I don't know about y'all, but I haven't seen it yet. It seems as if it's been more so a problem of the special teams as a whole. They're not being able to create lanes, because anytime I see that returner get the ball, he's getting nothing out there. He's running right into defenders each and every time. Yeah, this is the part that some Falcon fans are really not gonna like. Let me go on my rant. Anybody that knows me know I respect Matt Ryan for what he's done, but I'm realistic. I'm accountable. I do not accept mediocrity. I'm more of the Bill Belichick-minded type of guy. I like how things are running in New England, but I'm a Falcon. I just want to see some championships. I want to see us at our best. I didn't agree with us signing him long term. I didn't agree with that because he hasn't brought us a Super Bowl ring. And that's once again making a guy comfortable that has not given us specifically what we wanted. Those type of contracts are only for your Tom Brady's, your Aaron Rodgers, your Russell Wilsons. Specifically those last two I named. Your guys that still have some years left. Your guys that can do a lot with less. Your guys that are always going to keep their team competitive. Your guys that when their offensive linemen go down, they don't have a running back, they can still do a lot with a little. We're running into a problem each and every season because we can't put the proper personnel on defense because so much money is being invested into the offense. Now, here's the problem. Just like this game, what about when the offense is not carrying you? That becomes a problem. So I just don't agree with everybody blaming it on the defense when all the money is on the offensive side of the ball. That's just my take. That's that's just my take. Hey, like the players say, we just taking it 1 week at a time. So now we're coming back to the nest and we focus on the Tennessee Titans. Yeah, let's not just assume that this is going to be an easy win. It's going to be a tough one, especially if we keep playing the type of football that we've been playing. Tennessee is coming in 1-2, coming off a loss from the Jacksonville Jaguars, 20-7. So they're going to be coming in the house with a little bit of animosity, and we better not overlook them like we've looked over teams. Yeah. Kind of felt like we overlooked Indianapolis a little bit like we did the Browns last season. Yeah, I'm just telling you. Y'all probably overlooked them a little bit too. Never overlook your opponent. This is the NFL. People, they trying to prove stuff, man. They trying to keep jobs, man. Nevertheless, Tennessee is near the bottom of the league in total yards and passing. But let's be mindful of their rushing attack. That boy Henry, he's coming. He's gonna be coming at us. So we better lock and load in that rushing defense. But I'm not too worried because we've been pretty stout in the rushing defense outside of week 1. Let's see what we got. Tennessee is in the middle of the league and putting up points. And let's see. They got a stout defense. They're ranking top 5 in yards and top 7 in points given up. So, once again, if the offense can't get it going, it's going to be a long day and it's going to be a close game. Nevertheless, we at home, and there's no reason we shouldn't win this if we don't protect the ball. Matt Ryan, that's 6 interceptions on the season. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 6 interceptions on the season, which is leading the league. I don't expect this out of our 12th year quarterback, especially in a Super Bowl of bust season. So, in this matchup, I got us taking a close one. Let's say I give us about 24-14. We're going to come out in a close one. We're going to pull it out because we got no choice. Now is our time. With Drew Brees still out and the Saints winning last week and the Panthers winning last week, we got to get it together because we can't fall behind in the division. We got to take advantage of this time right here. Hey, y'all tell me, am I talking crazy? Y'all tell me, am I on point? Do you completely disagree with me? Talk to me in the comment boxes. And let me know if you want to hop in that Marco Polo Daily Chat with us on Rise Up Radio. This is your boy Anyae from Rise Up Radio. Man, let's go.